Hello friends. Today we are studying about web standards and previous video we are studying about difference between the search engines and I would like to tell you one thing. Please subscribe my channel before start to seeing my channel because of now I am need your support. So let's go. Web standards. Web standards are the technologies we use to build the websites because of in nowadays our websites are very common to build in IT field, so like that. So we build that the web standards are technology to build a website, and web standards are created by a standard bodies. Means what WG like that, and means who maintain the living standard for the HTML language. So like that, these are the some standard bodies, and ECMA means who publish the standard for ECMA script, which JavaScript is based on. And next one is the Chronos, mean KHRONOS, Chronos, who publish the technologies for 3D graphics such as WebGL. So these are the some bodies, standard bodies to for the web standards to build websites. And overview of the web technologies like browser, HTTP, and HTML, CS, and JavaScript, and tooling, and server side language and framework. So these are some overviews. By saying enough on, we look like these are in when we are building websites, we have to look these are with TPP and browsers and CS, JavaScript, and toolings, and server side language. And first one is the browser. The browser is applicable application software for accessing the world wide web, because of the world web is always visible in through or in browser. So that's why this is the browser is the one of the medium to display the browser. Example: Chrome, Edge, and Safari, Opera, and Firefox. These are some browsers. Next one is the HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP is the messaging protocol that allow the web browser to communicate with the web server. Because of through this language we are communicate with the browser and server. So this allow the user browser to communicate with the server. And next one is the HTML. Second one is HTTP, and next one is the HTML, means hypertext markup language. This is hypertext transfer protocol, and this one is markup language, means this markup language consisting of different elements. You can warp or make up markup the content into a given give it a meaning like semantics or structures. So these are the some um, information about the HTML. And next one is the CSS, means cascading style sheet. Is cascading style CSS means cascading style sheet is a rule based on language used to apply the style to your HTML. For example, setting the text, means we are writing right, so like that, and background colors, and adding the borders, and animating the things, or laying out a phrase in a certain way. So that time we use the CSS. Next one is the JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language we use to add the interactive to websites through the complex 3D graphics. If you want to add some 3D images or 3D graphics, like that time we use the JavaScript in create while creating the websites. And next one is the toolings. The developer tools inside the modern browsers that can be used to debug the code, means to get a code from the browser. That time we are using some things to that things are called toolings. And tools means you think you are sometime you are eating food, right? So that time we have to we have the plate and spoon, like that we needed to eat food. So that's our tooling, like that we have to, if you want to build the website, we are need some things that may be list of codes and HTMLs, like that. So that is called tooling. And testing tools that can be used to run that uh, testing tools that can be used to run the test to show that whether your code is behaving as well as you intended into it to. Because of we have to check it, right, it is doing it correct work, or what you want, what we are planning, like that. So for that purpose we have to check, right. So that is called testing tools. And libraries and frameworks built on a top of JavaScript that allow you to build the certain types of websites much more quickly and effectively. So called linters, which may make which take set up rules and look at your code and your highlights places where you haven't followed the rules properly, and minifiers, which remove all the white space from your code files to make it so that they are smaller and therefore download from the server more quickly. So these are some toolings while in creating websites. Next one is the server side languages. Server side language is the back end or server side languages, meaning that they are run on the server before the result is then the sent to the browser to be displayed. So server side languages are run before the displaying content. After that, it will be sent to the browser to display. And typically used for the server side language is to get some data out of the database and generate some HTML to contain data, and before then sending the HTML over to the browser to display it to the user. So in this time we are using the server time language because of while before we displaying the some content, we have to write and backup language for that. So that time the backup language are run on the server before result is displayed in the browser. Because of whatever we want or searched in browser, that is always fetched from the server, right? So that time before the displaying in the browser, the server side language is used in server. And next one is some example for that server side language is the ASP.NET and Python, PHP, and Node.js. When doing web development, the main case of uncertain comes from the fact that you don't know what combination of technology each user will use to view your website. So it is doing the web development. One was there are some four path. First one is might be looking at it to one an iPhone with a small and narrow screen, and second one is might be looking at an on window laptop with a widescreen monitor attached to it, and third one is might to be blind and using the screen reader to read the web pages out to them. For last one is might to be using the really old desktop machine that can't run the motherboard. So these are some qualities we have to look at when designing the developments. And next one is browser compatibility and performance and responsive web design and assembly and internationalization and privacy security. So these are some things we have to look at when we are building the websites. So website developer are using these tools, and these are things, and they are considering these are all points while they are building the websites. So I hope you understand very well about the web standards. We will meet again to the next video. Please subscribe my channel. Please support me.